Well, hello, hello, hello. Nice to see everybody here. Joe, you'll be along in a moment once she gets her links up and stuff. Let me see if I got the link. Boy, there's so many people posting. I can't keep the link up front. Nice to see you all. Great to be here. It seems so quiet in this place today. In fact, it seems a little too quiet. I don't know. Am I live? Are you hearing me? I guess so. Here's Joey. Oh, there she is. Hi. Good morning, Joey.
Good morning, everyone. Oh, yeah, you're done. I'm like, good morning, Father Fish. Good morning, everyone in the shoal.
It seems so quiet here today. Normally, there's music playing in the background, and the air pump is going, and there's water bubbling, and none of that is going on. It's like my ears have stopped or something.
Yep. I know. It's the same thing when the power goes off in your house. You don't realize how many things are running. Yeah.
I can hear the ringing in my ear. Which,
That's funny.
oh, glory. Well, we're down to 2 days. Today and tomorrow.
Yes. Oh, and before it gets past us, Father Fish, thank you, Fish and Tactics, for your super chat.
Yes, indeed.
Yes.
That was Fish and Tactics. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did it before the stream started, so I didn't want to forget.
There it is. Right.
Yeah,
thank you, Fish and Tactics. Very nice. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate all of you. And what a mob we have in here today. Look at this.
Yeah.
Goodness sakes. What do we have? Let me get
I don't know. Do you want to start? Yeah, start some hellos.
Yeah. Hey, you know what I wanted to try? Let's see if it'll work. I don't think it will. Let's do one each. You do one, then I'll do one.
Oh my goodness. All right. I'm going to the top. You going to the bottom?
I'm at the bottom, yeah.
All right. I'll start from the top. So you go ahead.
Patrick Farm. Billy Fish. Hi, Carla.
Yeah, Edgar's here.
Roman Chirac.
Levi.
James Handy.
Fishing.
Hey, yes, I got fishing. Amanda May.
All right. World's Smallest Fish Room, Johan.
Tisha is here. Hi, Tisha.
Roman is here.
James Green. Hi, James.
Karuna Karen.
And Alan Matthews.
All right. Dennis Lord.
Oh, I got Dennis Lord too. John MFT, My Fish Tanks.
All right. Xanadu.
Alan Matthews.
Broadcast Illusions.
Jordan Sherman.
Mr. Manifesto. Hello.
Hello, David Fellows.
TJ's New Life.
Father Fish, look at that. Fancy
that. Stephen the Biologist.
David Drew is here. Hi, David.
And Paul C. is here.
Greg. Hi, Greg.
Chevy Fish.
Alan Matthews.
Amanda May.
Paul C.
Glassbox Socks.
David Fellows.
Greg the Guppy Guy.
Who else? We're
Reese
down to Donald Drew.
Mr. B CPDs.
Michelle Lucia.
Fish and Shrimp by Rich.
Andres Alvarado.
D3V.
D3 Virum.
And I think, did you say Donald Drew? We may have.
Probably.
Okay,
Yeah,
and Alan Matthews. Yep. Okay. Oh, and did you get Jordan?
Karen. Glass Fox.
Yep. I think we've.
Have we met in the middle?
I think we did. Yeah. And J Dog's come in. Catfish
Right.
Terry is here. He says he'll be lurking because he's in school.
Catfish.
Sue Ann.
John.
Tam Shepard.
Ian Scal.
Yes. Jacob Kelly.
Team Campbell.
Kevin Long.
Got them all.
I think so. I hope so. Hope we didn't miss anybody trying that new way. But, it's fine. I think we got everybody.
That was fun.
I hope.
Yeah.
So, good morning.
Yes, indeed. Delightful to be here with everybody.
Right. The sun's shining, so.
Yeah.
Oh, hello, Skipper. So I guess we'll just remind everybody that just came in, this is Father Fish's last day streaming from the store.
Right.
This is
all I have left is the clock.
Last day streaming from the store.
All I have left is the clock behind me. And I guess the clock doesn't work, but I might not take it. I haven't
my
decided.
mother has a house full of things that stopped working years ago, but she kept it.
Right. Maybe I'll come up with one of hers.
She doesn't have. There's no grandfather's clock over there. I can tell you that. That's
Really?
long gone. That's long gone.
This is not an antique. It's one from the 70s or 80s or something. It's not an old one.
I could see that, believe it or not.
Oh, I'm sure you could. Good.
Oh, good morning, Jay Olivers.
Joey's family are antique dealers, so
yeah. Well, we were. Oh, DeFreeze Aquarium.
Totally aware of. I've got some things I need.
A few things, but not everything. But I know a few things.
Once
not like my dad did.
Shop.
My dad knew everything, and my mom was really good too. So yeah.
We got over to the shop. I'll show you some old stuff from.
We should have, as kids, one of his kids, and he had 6, or they had 6. One of us should have really learned the antique business, but we just, how it is. You're not really interested,
Huh.
And now I realize, I should have paid more attention.
What a loss. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, good morning, Jess. So, and Kevin Brown. Yep. Good morning.
Skipper.
Yep, Skipper came in. So.
What's Tisha saying?
She's going to start her 13 gallons tomorrow. Oh, her 13 gallons will be delivered. Oh, yeah.
Good. Getting a new tank tomorrow. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, I have set up 10 tanks in my new fish room, and I'll be doing tubs and whatnot outside. But I use pond water. I mentioned this yesterday. Not pond water, creek water. And it looks old. I mean, it's got tannin in it, so it's not crystal clear. It's kind of yellowish.
Yeah.
But we'll see. It'll be fun. I think it'll be interesting. And the fish like it. They're having a really good time with it.
Well, that's kind of important that the fish like it.
Yeah, they do. I love
kind
it.
of an important part.
It's like being free again, I think. They act like wild fish.
And like you said, the tannin color is something that actually a lot of people like, or you just get used to it. Eventually.
Yeah,
you get
more,
used to it.
it's more like kind of murky, dirty yellow. It's
Yeah.
really not a pretty color at all. It's not like a rich brown kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's more. So, but I think it'll probably clear up once I get the sponge filled. Right now,
I
I've
would,
got no
yeah.
filtration going. I
Yeah.
think with the sponge filter, I think it'll clear up.
Yeah. Once I think you're right.
Oh,
Once you get things going, let things
freeze.
set.
Defreeze just got a 36 bow front. Oh, they're wonderful.
Oh,
That's a great tank.
you know, I've looked at them, but so many people say they hate them because it distorts the view, and then you see people that love them. So I don't know which way to go. I don't know whether to try one or not.
I don't think it starts of you at
You
all.
don't think so? Okay.
I
I
don't
know
think,
some people turn them around because they say it distorted their fish, so they turn them around. But I see people film them and they look pretty, so I'm just like, maybe I'll try it. Next time they're on sale, maybe I'll get one. Maybe I'll try it.
Addie and I are about to fish for a tank tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Some-
That's fun. I mean, shopping for fish is fun. I mean, it is.
Yeah.
Good morning, Tree 77.
Tree 77 wants to know what's compatible with ornate tetras in a 20-gallon. Almost any other tetra. There are big tetras I wouldn't do, not many. There are hundreds of little tetras. A tetra tank is really very special. It's like having a rainbow in your tank. There's so many colors. It's like having a rainbow of stars in your tank. That's like what it is.
True. Especially when they're darting around, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joshua, and good morning, Joshua. He says the bow fronts can distort the view from certain angles, but usually look absolutely awesome. Okay, cool. Oh, good morning, Brianne. Good morning.
Thank you, DeFreeze. DeFreeze said a thank you vid for the sticker package and mentioned Kathy and Cass.
Yeah.
Very nice. Yeah, I have not been able to get mugs out this week. It's been impossible. I will get them out on Monday. So everybody will get their mug. Once I'm out of here and free and clear can think, I'll be able to put all that stuff in the mail. I've got it all separate. It's ready to go. I just need to label everything and take it to the post office. So,
Yeah.
but I will get all that out. You'll get your mugs next week. I promise.
Okay, good. Because I meant to ask you that. I was like, okay, just double check.
Dennis Lord, 100 glow lights and a 55 planted.
That probably looks really cool.
I'll bet it does.
Whichever way you're going, you've done it or you're going to do it, but that would look really cool, I think.
Dennis just turned himself a red. And
Yeah.
Dennis is now blue
Okay.
with the rest of the team. By the way, I want to mention to all of the brave souls yesterday who were blasting away with their timeouts that I appreciate you all so much, and I appreciate what you did, and you got control of a really bad situation. And it came up several times, so it was glorious. It was the soul at work protecting its.
They were on it. They were on it, I have to say.
They were wonderful.
Yeah.
So I really appreciate that. The only issue is it blocks me from being able to prevent that person from ever coming back because it takes the action off the channel for me. So, and I'm the only one who can permanently block.
Yeah.
So, but we'll deal with that.
I didn't realize if they blocked them that you couldn't go back and do something. I was not aware of that one, actually.
But I'll tell you what, this is better probably because we got some 300 minutes going up there. I mean,
Father Fish, can you give Brianne her wrench, please? Somehow, I think in that whole thing yesterday, somehow she lost her wrench. Sorry,
All right.
Brian.
Yeah. All right. We got it. She's got
Okay.
it.
All right. So I think it was just Dennis and Brienne that were not
No
fluid. Okay.
problem.
We're back. Hopefully. Say something, Brienne. I think we're good. We're trying to be good. Anyway. Falcon Refund. Good morning.
She'll have it.
Good morning. Okay. All right.
No haters allowed, says Jean. You betcha.
That's great. We're just here, to talk about fish. We're not here for trouble.
Roman Pirat
Sure.
posted a link
Oh,
of
yeah.
a fish farm that's raising fish, breeding them naturally. In reality, virtually all of excuse me, virtually all of the fish farms do this. They have ponds. The ponds are not aerated, and they're filled from the water table. They're not even deep well filled. They dig down here in this part of Florida. There's a clay bed that's about 20 feet under the surface, about 20 feet down. They dig down to the clay bed because there's the water table rides on top of that clay bed. So you dig a hole down to the clay bed and it fills up with water because that's where the water table is. And that'll vary some. It'll go up and down, maybe as much as 10 foot out of that 20 foot. But that's how all of the ponds are dug here in Florida. And there are farms with 100, 200 ponds. And they're big. They're all like quarter-acre ponds on these vast, vast farms. And that's how they're dug. Every once in a while, the excavator will make a mistake and he'll dig through the clay.
The clay. Yeah.
And the whole thing will wash out. It doesn't wash out the entire water table because that's really vast.
Yeah.
But it makes it impossible to keep water in that pond. So they have to replug it, throw clay back in it and try to get it plugged back up. And it's tricky to do it because the water is washing it out as you're putting it in. So it's really a pain in the ass. They try really hard not to do that.
Good morning, Eric.
It can ruin a farm doing it.
I'm reading, this is not fishy. I'm reading J Doug. He says, yesterday was a full moon. Two parents got into a fight in the parking lot yesterday at the school where my wife works. So I guess it was just a day for, things.
Yeah, I guess.
Goodness. Oh, good morning, Harry Woodsman.
I've been getting really huffy with people through this process. It's, I try to keep good humor, but it's painful to do what I'm doing because part of it is that I'm letting go of things that I've had for years and years.
The fish.
Yes.
920. And I hate to have to do that. I hate to have to do it, but.
Word Dunlap?
No. What? Kebab.
Oh, kebab.
And I hate to have to do it, but I guess it's you handle it, bringing it to your attention.
Okay, got it. Father Fish. Yes. Okay. Yeah, today and tomorrow, and almost everything's gone.
We're not in here to bash each other.
Fish are long gone. Listen, there's hundreds of things here. You gotta come over and look around. Okay? Okay, you bet. Oh, okay.
Okay.
What else?
I don't know. I was just listening to you talk.
Yeah.
Oh, Word Dunlap says he put fence posts in the yard in Florida, hit the groundwater 2 feet in. Yeah, I bet you did. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, that can happen.
Um,
Yeah, and quicksand's a real issue too. Also,
think
I
of
was
that.
talking.
Yeah.
We were talking with Chevy Fish this morning. She lives in southeast Illinois, which is coal country, and they have
Yeah.
sinkholes. We have sinkholes here in Florida too, not because of coal, but because of just that there's so much underground water, and we got washout. We got sinkholes that are massive, so that's an issue here as well.
Yeah.
Uh, the thermometer thing is interesting. What's amazing to me is how accurate they are for how cheaply they're made. The metal ones with the little tube in them, they're almost always wrong because the glass tube slides in the metal holder, so you have to kind of adjust it. Um, they're made for the ball on the bottom of the tube to be right in the dead center of the hole. So if you can do that, you're going to be close. The solid glass ones, weighted or unweighted, are probably the most accurate. It's hard to mess them up. They're a couple of bucks if you got. You should always have more than one though, and this kind of evidences the issue. Because they can be off by 5 degrees. So you measure them against each other and try to find some standard that you can go by and just gauge everything according to that.
That's
Uh,
why I think I use my gun now. I don't even have thermometers in my tanks anymore. I just go around with my my laser gun. You know
yeah,
what
the
I mean?
laser gun is wonderful.
Yeah. Um, that works
That's a
better
good
for me, but there's many
standard.
ways of doing it.
Why I knew it. Mine got lost in the shuffle. I've got boxes of stuff I'll probably never go through. God knows where everything is.
I
It's
know.
it's totally insane.
I said I look like the mad scientist running around the house. I got a magnifying glass in one hand. I got my thermometer gun in the other. I'm like,
Right.
gotta check on things.
Oh,
Oh, good morning, staff.
oh dear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chevy is an hour and 10 minutes from
Oh, good
Chicago.
morning, Bruiser. Yeah. Oh, yes. Could everybody give Final Fish a thumbs up if you haven't already? Okay, bye, Fran.
What would you good to put into 55 with 6 flagfish the size of a quarter? You know what? That's a big flagfish.
Yeah.
Um, See if you can get some golden top minnows. They will work. Mollies will work. Um, the trick is to find something that the flags are not going to bully. So you really can't do little fish. Sailfin mollies would be a good mix with that golden top minnows. They're all co-native. They're cohabitants, so you can do a biosphere with that and do what's really pretty in that kind of tank is baby tears, just baby tears.
Oh, no.
If
Yeah.
you get it growing well, it'll grow up from the bottom, makes long stems. It's really a beautiful plant, and it's kind of airy. Yeah, it create. There's a pond locally that has it in it. I'll try to get some shots, maybe some in water shots of it. It's really a remarkable display. It's like a fairyland with the
Hmm.
baby tears plants. It's just really very, very pretty. Chevy, you want to try this? Chevy has agreed to come up
Okay, come
on
up.
voice.
Okay,
This.
cool.
If you would like to, we'd like to do that. Just to say hello and kind of test
Wondering.
it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
See how it works if
Um,
you're going to do that. Kevin Brown, a bunch of us about our shift from Chicago.
well, that's
Yeah,
what I guess they are. Some of them are very close to each other. Didn't even know it.
yeah. Alan has the expensive one
Yeah.
that he chooses cheap ones with.
I
Uh,
just use my gun.
yeah, baby tears do need high light. They will not do well in low light.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Good to know.
Meet up in the windy. That would be fun.
Yeah. Will
That
pea
would be
puffers
fun.
eat mystery snails?
Well, pea puffers eat mysteries, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they're big enough.
Yeah.
I mean,
Good morning,
pea
aquatic man.
puffers. Pea puffers,
Okay.
probably not.
I know. Aren't they really small? Yeah.
Probably won't.
Pea puffer and the bigger snail, you might have a chance.
But there's one way to find out for sure.
Oh, I got mine, Amanda, on Amazon. Just I don't even know what they call them, like laser gun thermometer or something like that. It's just right
Yeah,
on Amazon. They're like 20,
you,
30
can get
bucks.
'em- you can get them at Tractor Supply.
Yeah, you probably get it at
Um,
Lowe's. Yeah,
Any hardware store will have them. Yeah,
yeah,
they're
or
nice
Amazon.
and they're cheap. They're not expensive.
No, I say like 20 to 30 bucks, and
Oh,
um,
if not
and
even.
it's been accurate for me. I've been
Yeah.
great with it. I just run around when I need to check things.
Well, Rohan, I'm going to beat him with a stick. Some fish migrate, so is it ethical to keep them? I don't understand, Rohan, how ethical it is. I'm sorry, I don't. Here's the issue: if you're going to raise an ethical question about fish that move between environments, then you're going to have to raise the same question about any fish being in an aquarium
Right.
because it is the same issue. You're taking a fish out of a natural environment and putting it in an unnatural environment. Now, I have these 3 a.m. I wake up at 3 o'clock.
That's when you do your thinking.
I start taking notes. I take notes at 3 o'clock. And one of the things I realized, I need to copyright Wild Aquarium because it's going to be thunderously
Get on it.
like, today. I do it today. Anyway, that's kind of the issue that Roman's reading. So we will be struggling with that, trying to figure out how in the world to do that. I think part of it is simply keeping fish outdoors, but that means native fish. That doesn't mean tropical fish. You can't get away with that. So
Yeah.
it's a bit of a problem, but
I mean, that just opens up a whole. Where do you stop with the fish? I mean, we all keep things. We keep dogs. We keep cats. We keep horses. We keep all these things. Just leads into it's like, yeah, we're keeping fish.
yeah,
That's what we're doing.
we're Dunlop's raising another issue. Fish keepers have kept species from total extinction.
And that is true.
Not to keep them. Yeah, things like glowfish. I mean, where would glowfish be if they weren't in fish tanks?
Yeah, but you know what he's saying. There are a lot of species that have been saved. I know you're being funny.
And I have friends who do such, who have fish that don't exist in the wild. In fact, we all do. We all have fish that don't exist in the wild.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, aren't there not that many white clouds in their native area anymore?
I've heard they're not caught in the wild.
So we're all keeping white clouds with so yeah, that's a open discussion.
Yeah, herb diversity raises an interesting issue. He says there are no ethical standards besides keeping them properly. So it's ultimately opinion. I understand what you're saying, and I agree that that is the case. I do not agree that we need to accede to that. I think we ought to seek to impose ethical standards, particularly when fish are being manifestly abused in an environment where they need not be. And the perfect example, of course, is the big box stores. It is precisely why Walmart has stopped carrying tropical fish, because they finally got tight between ethics and finances and realized that by treating fish unethically, they were losing money. So they no longer have fish.
Yeah.
So, you know,
Rohan said he didn't mean to get beat up. Sorry.
it's all right. So, you know, it's what we have to do is we have to impress upon our fellow hobbyists. And YouTube is a perfect venue for doing that with large numbers of people. The importance of not buying any live animals from a big box store, particularly when they are completely unwilling and incapable of caring for them appropriately. Now, you know, I'm not talking about mice and the like. I'm talking about fish, because they just do not do a good job with fish. They just don't. And it would be better if they did not carry them, but they're not going to stop carrying them until people stop buying them. So stop buying them. Stop buying fish that are going to bring disease into your tank, that are going to kill your fish, that are going to make you sad and unhappy for so long as you continue to deal with them. You know, you might luck out one time out of 10 and get something nice, but the other 9 times, it ain't going to be a good experience. So don't put yourself through it, and you'll help the hobby. And the biggest help, of course, will be to the serious hobbyists who really want to get healthy fish out to people, who want to be able to have shops of healthy fish. You'll be able to support them, and there will be a market for them. There's not now, and I'm here to prove it. My store is closing because I am surrounded by big box stores. There are 5 of them within a mile of me, and they suck the life out of my business. So there.
So there. Sorry, Holly, about your pond freezing over and killing your goldfish and your koi. I'm sorry.
Oh dear.
Father Fish, you have a really nice statement from Seth Roundtree at 9:32, and he's not blue, so easy for you to find.
Who?
Seth Roundtree at 9:32.
Got it. Wife and I got to come to your shop last week from Colorado. It was a pleasure to meet you and yes, that they did, and they were wonderful. That was great fun,
Good.
and I so enjoyed having him. So Seth, you are now rinsed in blue, and delighted you had a chance to get here, even though things were falling apart and being torn down. And I know there are a lot of people who really were looking forward to coming in. We will be doing something. I haven't decided what, but we're going to do something. I live in what amounts to a gifted community, so I'm a little up against it with inviting people into my home. But
Right.
that's it. It's potential. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get our club going again, and I'm going to try to expand the club to include the SHOAL, so that we'll have live broadcasts for all of our club meetings, and we'll have a way for people to be able to interact with each other. I'm better now with it, so I think we can find ways to make that work.
So you
The
got a
blind.
question? Yeah,
Yeah.
you got a question from the blind fish keeper. Yeah.
I'm having trouble with pH and KH. Okay. pH and KH continuously crashing because plants are consuming too much minerals. No, that's not why. If your pH and your KH are crashing, it's because your KH is crashing.
Right.
Um, you need to get the KH up with carbonates, calcium carbonates. If you're using sodium bicarb, that may not be enough. It'll get it up, but that won't necessarily hold it up. You need calcium carbonate to hold it up. See if you can find a source. Any pet shop that sells saltwater fish has calcium carbonate because they use it for precisely that purpose, to hold up pH in saltwater tanks. So you can get it there and just dose with it.
Okay. And then Pam has a question. She's for the fish. I've slowed down on my feeding. However, I have bettas in the tank. Should I still try to feed them? I've heard that they need to be fed every day.
Well, it's kind of interesting. I agree. Bettas need to be fed at least two, 3 times a week. Try to feed live worms. Well, hold on a second. I thought I unlocked this door. Charlie!
Um,
Charlie! Oh, I guess he's
sorry.
There's one of my old school teachers. One of my old school teachers came up to the door and walked away.
Okay.
I think it went around to the back. It's open. So
Okay.
if it comes in, hollered at him.
All right. So you were gonna maybe talk about feeding the bettas a couple days a week or something. Some worms. That's what you.
Yeah, I would if you have access to blackworms or even frozen bloodworms. And what I would do is take the fish out, put it in a bowl by itself, and feed it there. It'll eat right away. They have no adjustment time. It'll work perfectly well. You'll be able to do that easily and effectively, and it'll be a good way for you to be able to deal with that and be sure that it's being fed. So that's what I would do.
Okay.
If you try to control feeding and you want to target feed, with bettas, you can take them out and feed them. Not a problem at all.
Okay. J Doug says, Father Fish, I've stopped feeding my fish on Mondays and Thursdays, but is that okay for my African dwarf frog?
That's kind of interesting. Lee did a video on hand feeding his African dwarf frogs, frozen bloodworm. Cute video. Go check his channel and see if you can find it. He actually does. He actually hand feeds his, or did at least, his African dwarf frogs. So it's really cute and effective, and it worked. It was amazing. You could probably target feed them too. You could probably remove them. Now, I do not, let me back that up. I do not recommend you try to remove your frog because they are terrible jumpers. They'll get in the net. If you catch them in a net, they're going to be out of that net in less than a second. They're really, really hard to keep them in a net because they just climb right up it and they're fast. And they'll wind up on the floor lickety split. Fortunately, they don't come out of water. They don't try to jump out of the water or climb out of the water, or we wouldn't be able to keep them. But if you catch them in the net, you got to be really careful about it because they'll come out of that net amazingly fast. But try hand feeding. That's kind of a fun thing to do, and it does work.
Yeah. Um, Good morning, Oreo and Mike D.
I'm going to
And
give the blind fish keeper. The
yes,
blind. Let me back up a minute. Blind fish keeper. I just gave blind fish keeper a wrench. I wonder if the blind fish keeper is actually blind. Um, I have several customers who are legally blind and are keeping
uh,
fish, and they're some of the best fish keepers that are active with my with my group and my shop. They're not totally blind. They're able to use microscopes and big lenses and such stuff to be able to see things. Um, I wonder if it's if it's even. I guess it would not be reasonable for a totally blind person to keep fish unless they had somebody with them who could see, because so much of it's visual. There's a lot that's not. There's a great deal that's not visual, and there's a lot of it that's tactile too. Like the plants, you could grow. A blind person could grow plants luxuriantly in a tank and be able to feel the whole thing. It's a tactile experience. But I'd like to know more about the blind fish keeper as to why he's using that name, and if he's vision challenged, what how he deals with that. 'Cause the reason I mention this is because years ago I worked with deaf people who couldn't hear, um, and I got a number of them involved with tropical fish, and they just loved it and got very excited and very deeply involved in the fish hobby, and have continued that through their lives. So the hobby is accessible to a lot of different kinds of disabilities. I know a fish keeper who was wheelchair bound who opened a shop, and he had all of his tanks down low enough that he could reach into them. So the highest tanks were about 4 foot off the floor. Um, and he built his whole shop out that way, and he was able to run his business. He had two levels. One was literally on the floor, and the other was at about topped off at about 4 foot. Um, but the blindness thing is about the only thing that really prevents. You can't see the color of the fish, but there are a lot of things you can see, and there are a lot of fish that are willing to be handled. So that would be another tactile thing. Interesting stuff.
Father Fish, the blind fish
Yes.
keeper says, I am completely blind. I can't see anything, but I do all of the work on my fish tanks myself. I have people to help me with reading tests and keeping eyes on fish.
Wow, that's great.
Oh, that's great. And I'm glad you're still in the hobby and able
Yeah, I
to.
would love to interview you.
That's amazing.
Uh, I'd love to get your sense of what it is you're enjoying and appreciating. If you'd be
Great.
willing to come, maybe a weekend, if you're available like Saturday, Sunday, and would be willing to do so,
Evening
I'd
show.
love to get you up up live and be able to talk with you and find out some of the things that you find, because it would probably uh, open the experience of fish keeping to sighted people who would be made aware of things that you're aware of that they maybe are not appreciating. That's wonderful. I,
Um, so, good morning, Susan. And good morning, Emily. Emily says, what hasn't Father Fish done?
Susan, hello, Susan.
So
Happy to see you.
maybe I'll say, what haven't you done that maybe you would have liked to have done?
Gee whiz.
I'm gonna just take that question a little farther. Is there something along the way that you would have wanted to do? You
Yes,
think the answer?
I would have liked to have traveled more extensively.
Okay.
I've traveled hardly at all. I've been to Mexico I've been throughout the Caribbean, pretty far down the Caribbean. Never been to Europe, never been to the Orient, Australia, Hawaii, never been to China. I've never
Wow.
traveled
Yeah.
outside the US. I've been to Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean. That's it. I'd
Wow.
love to have
Yeah.
traveled more. And I may yet try to do that
Well,
if we ever get to the point where traveling becomes possible
right.
again.
I think the thing with animals is when you have the amount of fish that you've had, and certainly for me with animals and horses and stuff, it makes it hard to travel, let alone having a store. You know, it
Yeah.
makes it hard to travel.
Yeah.
Good morning, Kim Cunningham. Father Fish, can you give Kim a wrench? She's been in so many times.
Many times.
Howard,
Absolutely.
we've missed it.
Yes, indeed.
Thank
Welcome,
you.
Tim. You are now a full-fledged member of the shoal.
Wow. Wait a minute. Midnight Lobster is chiming in with, I'm blind, kinda. I just don't have peripheral vision. It's a genetic
Degenerative.
degenerative disease. It's in the process of
So you'd
slowly.
be very interested in hearing
Oh,
from
yeah.
blind fish. That's super. We need to do that. We need to do that. That would be exciting.
Okay. Yes.
What I'll try to get. I have another friend who called me this morning. In fact, who's pretty totally blind, fish keeper. I'll try to get him up as well.
I'm so jealous. Sorry, I'm just reading what Chevy wrote. I'm so jealous of all you people that actually have clubs and auctions and stuff. You know, because I just don't have that in my area. Like I
Yeah.
said, I made it to one fish auction ever, and I
Yeah,
bought
Chevy's very active in all of the clubs,
uh,
and there are a lot of really good clubs in the Chicago area.
okay. 948. What you didn't get to read it because somebody I was just like,
Oh, it's gone.
well, they just say blocking me won't do you any good. I mean, obviously they just keep coming back on other channels, but yes, Chevy, you are so lucky there. I just don't I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I'm at a loss for words. I just don't know where to go with it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like,
What we need,
I don't know.
I need to report. Let's see.
I mean, it's like, just nobody's making anybody go to any channels. You know what I mean? It's like, so everybody does what they want to do. I just don't see. I don't know. Sorry, Brian.
Okay, I've reported.
Right. Okay. Um. Oh,
Yeah, we can.
and also at 950, could you give them Evo a wrench because they've been in a lot too.
Evo.
I know he is, Tim. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay, we'll just move on. Okay, so I don't even know what we're talking about. I got so distracted. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, Evo. Nobody is addressing them. What we're trying to do is get them off the string.
Anyway, sorry. I don't even know what we're talking about. I just totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah, where Dunlap says it might be a 50-year-old man in a correction facility.
Well, nobody knows, yeah, who anybody is. So yeah.
Fishing
Right.
says, "Forgive him, Father Fish. He may not know what he does." Well, he certainly doesn't know, or he wouldn't be doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. C, should we just proceed with a question unless you know what you Okay.
Blue Crayfish. Yeah, I got that.
Mr. B CBD says, any tips on keeping electric blue crayfish?
Right. Depends how you want to do this. If you can acquire a female, which is possible these days, For a long time, it wasn't possible because the breeders were only selling males. But it is
Oh,
possible to get females, which makes it possible then for you to breed them. And I've done that, and I've had people bring them in. You cannot keep them with plants unless they're floating plants. You can keep them with floating plants because unless they have somewhere to climb up, they will not swim up to the top to eat plants. Isn't that curious? So you can do duckweed and they won't eat the duckweed, or rickia, or any of a number of other similar things. They will, however, eat any plant that they can reach down to the root. Um, there needs to be some kind of cave. They prefer caves. Uh, Anything will do. Little piece of PVC works really well. Feed them rabbit pellets. Rabbit pellets. The
wow.
best food for crayfish is rabbit pellets. Why?
Yeah, why?
Because rabbit pellets are vegetable matter,
Okay.
and that's their primary food source. Plus, it breaks down easily. It's easy for them to eat. They'll eat every bit of it. You know,
Okay.
it's rabbit pellets are a perfect food for crayfish. Cheap, easy to get, and you can't foul the water with it. I mean, if you got a huge amount of it in, you're gonna. But don't do that. But don't be stupid about it.
Right.
Just feed a reasonable amount, and it won't foul the water. That's if you're gonna breed them, then you need caves. You need PVC for the
Okay.
males to get in, and the female. They need to each have their own cave.
Purposes of the veggies that they left the plants alone. Okay.
Kept them with hornwort
Morning,
since a
Deb.
great chestnut. They didn't eat it all, and fed them veggies. Yeah, that works. Herb diversity. Yep.
Yeah, Carrie. Good thing you just got a rabbit. You got rabbit pellets then. Okay.
Right.
And you know what the funny thing for me, Carrie, is I don't like to travel. I don't like traveling.
You've been out of the country, Joey.
Yeah. I don't like traveling. I don't like it.
Really? I
not
do.
my thing. Some people love it. Some people love it. I really don't like it.
Yeah, I went to the British West Indies one summer and worked at a coral farm in BWI. Was on I can't remember which island. It was on what is it called? What's the island? What's the country that cohabits the island with Haiti? It won't come to me.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm answering a business question. Sorry.
It'll pop up quick.
Somebody will help you with that.
Dominique. I was on Dominique. And I really mostly enjoyed the people. I went to Cayman before Cayman was Cayman.
Somebody's saying Dominican, Chevy's saying Jamaica. I don't know.
50 years ago, I went to Cayman. 50 years ago, I was on Cayman Island. And I stayed in people's homes. It was wonderful.
Yeah. I like to go do very specific things. Like, I mean, obviously, I travel for horses and things like that. I go do what I'm doing.
Right.
I don't like hanging out. That sounds crazy. I don't.
Oh, I don't do that.
Ness is with me. She likes you to home.
I don't like hanging out either. And the traveling part is not. I don't like the traveling part. I like the being places part. I hate being on cruise ships. I've done one cruise. I will never do it again. I hated it.
Yeah.
It was the most boring thing I've ever done in my life. It was dreadful. And I
I'm like,
like so what, but that wasn't enough.
yeah.
You
I mean,
know,
people that just like to go somewhere and just hang out there for the weekend. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'll just stay home with my
I
stuff.
like
I'm
to
good.
go and explore and do things and discover things about new places. When I go to a new town, I'm in the car driving up and down every street, getting
Yeah.
lost in the town. Literally, I go out to get lost in the town so I can find my way out of it.
Yeah. No. Oh, wait a minute. Marianne says they've been gone. She lost her wrench. Can you give Marianne a wrench?
Let me back up. Blind Fish Keeper is saying he'd love to come on and talk. Um, Saturday and Sunday, just come online. We're on at 5 in the evening. If you can make 6 in the evening, Eastern time. If you can make that, um, I will have a link. Click on the link. It'll take you to StreamYard. You'll just click on that,
Me
and
too.
that'll bring you to a page uh, where you'll be waiting in our waiting room, and I'll see you and bring you up. It's real simple. You just click on the link.
Yeah.
Saturday and Sunday, that would be terrific.
Yeah.
That'd be tomorrow. If you can make it tomorrow, that would be wonderful. Tell me where you're located. If the time issue is going to be a problem, then we'll do it on a morning. Marianne, add moderator.
Yeah.
Okay. Chase, come here. James Handy, calcium carbonate.
Hey, wait a minute. How did Holly get to leave for more coffee? I think we need to take a quick break. I need more coffee.
I don't even have.
Holly,
I'm,
do you need more coffee?
yeah, go for it. I'll just hang out. It's
Okay.
okay.
All
We'll
right.
get coffee. Good morning.
Morning.
The flower pot. Put that in the back of my van.
Marianne says, you want me to come up? I live in Florida. Marianne, tomorrow night, he invites guests up, Saturday and Sunday nights.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, anybody can come up. Um, there was something else big I wanted to put in.
I have my brother's pickup truck too.
Oh, wow.
Just in case
Okay.
we need it.
Okay. I want to take that over. I don't want to lose that. I got somebody coming in to look at. You know what? All of the big pieces of driftwood, take them all over to my house because my neighbor wants some.
Okay.
That way we'll just have them there.
The ones back here.
The
and
big ones, and a few of the really nice ones, like the old railroad ties. That's the only thing out here I really want is the railroad ties.
Okay.
We'll take those. Also, there's one other pot I wanted to keep. It should be obvious what it is, but I don't remember. I mean, well, I got to stay here. I can't leave. Okay, so we're going to have some guests coming up this weekend. That'll be fun.
You want these three big pots?
No, only want one of them, I think. Let me look here. Right back, guys. Entertain yourselves. All right. I got Chase moving big stuff. Yeah. She ain't back yet. That's a long pot of coffee. Kim, start up brackets and
Hey,
go
it
to
was cold.
Fred.
I heated it up in the microwave.
What are we talking about? Kim is saying start out brackets and go to fresh. It's usually the opposite. I don't know what we're referring to. Oh, crayfish? Can't be. I don't know. J Dog hates traveling.
Well, my coffee pot shut off,
Oh,
and
snowflake
it was
eels.
cold, so I had to heat it up. I had to heat it up.
Not rabbit poo, Holly. Not rabbit poo. That's you didn't get that right at all.
No,
Not
rabbit
rabbit
food,
poo.
not rabbit food.
Yeah, the pelletized rabbit food. Pelletized rabbit food. And I'll tell you how this started. Um, when in the world was it? I was about 7 years old, and I found some crayfish in a creek, and I brought them home, and we had a guinea pig, and we found rabbit pellets to the guinea pig, rabbit pelletized rabbit food to the guinea pig, and I put one in with the crayfish. I remember doing this. Put one in with a crayfish, and he devoured it. So I discovered that at 7. All right.
That it works. Okay.
I've been
It works.
doing it ever since, right? Chevy retracted her comment, and she always makes worthy comments and then takes them down, keeping her secrets to herself. Dominican Rock, Dominique.
All right.
Looking for substrate ideal for shrimp. Marianne, I don't know. Sand. Oh.
Jupiter, Florida. Mary Ann says she's from Jupiter, Florida.
Oh,
I don't know
really?
where that is. You might know where that is.
It's not close to me.
David Phillips wants to know, so Father Fish and Joey, how are things? Being funny.
You don't want to know. Snowflakes, eels are escape artists. Yes, they are.
Oh, yeah, her friends, they want to know snowflake. Yeah. Snowflake. Eels are true freshwater. I don't know. Are they, Father Fish?
Yeah.
George F. says,
And it was?
appears to be new, says they are escape artists.
No.
That doesn't surprise me.
No,
It's
we're
for
closing down. Everything's gone. We're out of business.
An escape artist.
George F.
Yes.
George has been here, hasn't he?
I haven't seen him before, but that doesn't mean he hasn't been here.
We'll give George a ring.
There's so many people that fly through
Yes,
here.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of which, where are we at? We got 93 watching, 60 thumbs up. So
George F.
30,
says yes, he has been here. Sorry.
30 of you have not hit the like button. How do I know that?
How do you know what?
Why, it's simple math. If everyone here had hit the like button, 30 of you would not have.
You're saying, never mind. You're talking about something different than what I'm talking about. That's fine.
Could well be.
Okay. Sorry, fish. I'm guessing a couple of minutes. Oh, okay.
Kim has every nook and cranny covered. Huh. Okay.
Joliet. All I can
Minnesota.
think of is, when anybody says Joliet, all I can think of is the Blues Brothers. Sorry.
Look,
All that comes to mind.
um,
So, are you seeing anything else
no.
that you want to answer? Okay. Just sure.
Fiction wants to know when my date with Kim is. Well, I have struggled a bit with this. I have to take fish food over there. So I'm going to do that Monday. And she is dying to get out of there and have a refreshing drink, as she put it. So we will. I will take.
I don't blame her.
There's a little tea room right around the corner. I think we'll go to the tea room, and she'll have a refreshing cup of tea
Yeah,
like that.
that'd be good. So
Right.
is that an assisted living? Where is she actually?
Here it is.
Okay.
I did some shots of the building and somehow they didn't come out. I think I didn't have the button pressed or some
Okay.
stupid thing. But maybe when I go back over there, I'll video that. That would be good. I need to
Yeah.
take some more plants over too. That tank looks bare. It doesn't have near enough plants in it.
Well, you're going to be ordering plants, right? Or do
Yeah,
you
but
have
that'll be about 2 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Before I get to
I
that.
have to give her some of your plants out of your tanks.
Right.
You know. But you'll order more, so you'll be okay. You know, you can give her some plants.
Yeah.
Chevy's talking about fixing the car. Yeah.
Oh, Blue Seal.
Oh, John lives in the
I
town
want you to know, for those of you, nobody knows this, but I'm going to tell stories on the railway.
I do because you told me.
You do. Chevy Fish is a certified mechanic. She's also a certified race car driver. Top level. Top level. Hasn't done that for 40 years, but was as a young woman. Might have been the first lady stock car driver.
That's awesome. I mean, obviously we're in the car business, so. John, I love that because that is one of my top movies. I love the movie Groundhog Day. I got about 10 movies that if I'm channel surfing and it's on, I'm stopping and I will watch it every time. And that's one of them.
Chevy like
how many times I've seen it?
I'm in trouble. Everybody liked the Kim video. Guess I'll have to do another one. That's a different species, Herb. There is a freshwater and a saltwater species. They're probably the same species in point of fact, but they're in different environments. Native in different environments. There's some that are collected and sold in freshwater, others collected and sold in saltwater. But again, probably actually the same vehicle. An actual car up in the air is a Blue Brothers landmark. Neat.
I like that. I like that too, Chevy Fish.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
She wasn't top level and not the first. Well, allow me to brag on you anyway. She would never if she
Have
were.
a good day,
Sean Campbell says she wants to race. You need to give her some counsel there, Chevy.
Please, yeah.
Uh,
So if anybody does have a question, now's the time to throw it in.
yawning. What time is it? 10:12. We'll do a few more minutes.
Okay.
Uh,
So what did you give Kim for fish? I saw some swordtails in there. What else did you give her?
I don't even know.
Okay.
It's. I didn't catch him.
Oh, okay. All right.
Dace did.
Okay. I don't know what he gave her. I know, Sue Ann. I'm sorry. And hopefully I'm saying it right. Because, am I right? Is it Sue Ann? Correct me if I'm wrong.
Looks like Sue Ann to me. I've been
Well,
saying Sean.
you call her Sean every time.
Yeah, but it's Sue Ann. You're right. She loves that I call her. I
So
call her
I'm like,
Sean.
I'm right? I'm calling Sue Ann. Who's the other one? You call Tam Tom all the time too.
Right.
Tam answers to Tom. Sue Ann answers to Sean.
But Kim, I'm in
I make
Venice.
mistakes too.
Venice is 15 minutes south of Sarasota, which is immediately south of Bradenton, immediately south of Parrish, which is 20 minutes south of Tampa. So it's south of Tampa, about an hour
Bye,
south
Randy.
of.
Thanks for coming in.
Jay Oliver appreciates another live stream. Don't know what that means. And Sue Ann said, you can call me whatever.
As long as you're not late for
You're
something.
Thank you, Sue Ann. I'm actually reading disabled here. I see
Hey,
things
I
that
do it too. I say things wrong. I say things wrong all the time. That's where my son lives, Kim.
Kim is from St. Pete, Clearwater, right?
Yeah, that's where my
Yeah,
son
we're
lives.
from
Yeah.
St. Pete. Bye, Randy.
Not too far from you. Yeah.
Oh,
Enjoy station. Blues Brothers car in the air. I love that show. I do really love that. I've been to many Mecum auctions. Those are fun car auctions.
Kim
Bought
is
some
in the
cars.
mountains. Yeah, and I miss the mountains.
Yeah.
I lived in southeastern Kentucky for 7 years while I was in, actually 4 years rather, while I was in college.
Yeah.
This is Bob. Bob is in Fort Myers, and I just rang him off. That was stupid.
You just hung up on Bob? Okay, cool.
I
Yeah.
did. He raised his
Just
voice,
hang up on it. It's all good. Yeah.
and he doesn't know I'm going out of business.
Oh, hello, T-Bone. Father Fish, my sand cat tank is doing very
Hi,
well.
T-Bone.
Happy. Yes. Cool.
Here we go.
Nice.
Hey, Bob.
I'm at Violent Farm. Do you want a well or anything like that?
You're not aware of the reality of my situation. Stop by. Yeah, stop by when you're through. You will be astounded. And I'm not going to say any more. I'm going to let you
Are you
see.
all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Father Fish, tell him to bring
Come on
coffee.
by when you leave there. No, I
Tell
don't
him to
need
bring
any.
coffee.
Yeah, bring
All right,
coffee.
so I'll be back.
Right, bring coffee. I need coffee. All right.
Yeah, when you come, bring coffee.
Right. Hey, T-Bone. Good.
Kim says the only problem with the mountains, they never change like the ocean. Oh. Oh, and the blind fish keepers in Orlando.
What they do? The mountains change. What are you saying?
All right. Have a good day, blind fish keeper. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, we'll look forward to always in Orlando.
He's
Wonderful.
in Orlando. Yeah.
Great. Well, we'll look forward to hearing from you. That would be great fun.
Fantastic fishing friends. Good morning. They want to know, how do I switch my membership to a username? I don't know how to help you with that. Maybe Father Fish knows.
I don't understand the question.
I don't either. Word Dunlap lives in the foothills of the Appalachians. We eat crayfish. I bet you do.
Yeah, I was just talking. I was actually in Appalachia. I was in southeastern Kentucky, about 15, 20 miles due west of Harlan County in Knox County, which is south of Corbin, where Colonel Sanders was from.
The Colonel. Yep.
The Colonel, yeah.
Nothing
And
like a good crawfish.
I ate Colonel Sanders chicken before it was Colonel Sanders chicken. So there.
Okay. Was it the same? Was it the same recipe?
Identical. That's what he had. That's what he sold, was the recipe.
Well, I know, but I just meant before he became commercial, was the chicken the same? You know, was it exactly the same?
Yeah, with pressure cooked chicken.
Yeah. Oh, Holly's calling them, yum, mud bugs.
Mud bugs, right.
Funny.
Yeah, southeast Kentucky is beautiful.
Okay,
Yeah.
Jane Candy says, I think you have to change your YouTube name. Okay, that makes sense. Yep, change your YouTube name. Yep. Yeah.
And Kim tries to keep the ocean with her. 18
Oh, I see
Aquarium.
what they're saying. Sorry.
Nice.
They have a new channel and they want to switch the membership over. I'm thinking, I don't know, I'm thinking you may have to cancel this membership and then start a new one on your other channel if that's
Yeah, I'm sure of it.
Yeah, just cancel one and join on the other.
Yeah, just don't renew the.
Right.
If it's auto renew, change it to not auto renew,
Yeah.
and then do another one. And thank you for that.
Yeah.
Avalanche have been remodeling around mountains all winter. I Wander. Where are you from, One Wanderer?
I don't know where one Avalanche. Ooh. Yeah. Huh. Fish and tankies. Just Kim with a bunch of smiley faces. Oh, see, that's what I was wondering. Kevin. You know how the grass was always greener when you were a kid, and everything was always, he says, I think it would have been better chicken back then, Father Fish. Well, that's what I'm saying. Was the original chicken like better chicken than what we get? Because it's always, you remember it as being better, you know?
Well, you're talking Southern fried chicken
Right.
from the South,
Right.
locally produced, locally raised. Yeah, I'm sure. I have no doubt at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Freelocks, Chevy fish, freelocks. What you talking about, freelocks?
I don't know. I don't know what free lots are.
Pronounced freelocks, I think.
Oh, One Wander is from Utah. Okay.
Yes, I saw that. That's cool.
And we're Dunlap. I have to get some pea puffers while they are 3 for $1.
No, $3. $3 each.
Oh, while they are $3. Sorry, I read that.
The guppies may not. The pea puffers will enjoy the guppies more than the guppies will enjoy the pea puffers.
Right. Right. Right.
Skipper. Skipper, you have promoted mains, tails, fins, and furs 3 times now. Enough is enough. 1 time will do perfectly adequately. Thank you very much.
Good morning, dearest. I was like, somebody new just came in. Reese says
Oh,
it
well,
was better when
yeah,
I was a kid.
yeah, I saw that. I agree. I agree.
I remember
Yeah,
loving it. I know it.
I
I
don't
mean, it's great.
love it. I don't anymore. I can't
Yeah.
eat it. Yeah. I like Popeyes. I like Popeyes. I like their chicken. I love their biscuits.
We only
They're
have Popeyes at like the rest areas up this way.
man.
But when I do stop, it is good chicken.
Nearest one to me is 20 miles away. I don't get it
Yeah.
often.
No, there might be one in Portland. I'm not sure. But they're definitely like at the rest area, the rest stops, you know.
Really.
Tam says, I guess I have to tie my Java fern down. I just looked, though it's missing and it's floating upside down in my wisteria, LOL. That's funny.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true, Holly. It is, this chicken is a little bit spicy, and I think that's why I like it. It's true. Yeah.
That's why I like it. Yeah.
Jean says, I keep my pea peppers separate. They attack my hands when I do anything in their tank. That's
Really.
funny.
Oh,
Now, what,
Bojangles. I have never had Bojangles
I was
chicken.
just going to say, what is Bojangles? Is that a chicken place?
It's a
I don't know.
It's a chicken stand, yeah.
Okay.
And very high rated.
Okay. Oh, Heather just came in. Heather, Miha, new.
Hi, Heather.
Okay. Hello.
Yeah, pea puffers can be a bit nippy.
Well, I've never kept them, but I think, in my mind, any kind of puffer fish is sort of aggressive, right?
They're nippy. They're not really aggressive. They just
nippy.
like to eat whatever they can bite.
Okay.
And they can bite, and they have beak-like teeth.
Yeah. I agree, Aquatic Nest. She's like, now I'm hungry. I want some fried chicken. Yeah, I get it.
Reese likes checkers. Huh.
Checkers. We don't have checkers either. We don't have anything here. I mean, the closest Sonic that I know of is on Route 1 in Boston.
Yeah,
That's the closest Sonic.
are all closed down.
Just outside of Boston, outside of the city. But yeah, it's like, can't get Sonic, you can't get any of that stuff.
The only thing Checkers has going for it is price. You can get a great fish sandwich for $1. Cannot beat that.
Oh, and Heather says Zaxby's. I've heard of that too. I've never been to one. They have good chicken. Chevy Fish doesn't have it either. You know. Abolish, you read their thing. LOL, y'all make me feel like I'm eating psychopaths.
Driving characters. Oh, honestly. Well, you don't have any babies. I'll guarantee that.
Ooh. Kim Cunningham says, I miss grouper, sea bass. Do you eat those or do you keep those?
Grouper and sea bass. Yeah, you bet.
Yeah. Oh, now have you ever heard of Vermeil's chicken? And absolutely.
No. No.
Oh, she did it out of her house in the neighborhood. Oh, I'm sure that was awesome. Yeah.
My grandmother. Both of my grandmothers were world-class cooks.
You must have their Yeah. Okay.
I ate my grandmother's food at least twice a week, one at each home. Boy, do I remember that.
That's nice. Oh, so you eat them.
They were both German ladies. So
yeah,
they were German cooks. German food's amazing.
It is.
And that's something else you can't get anymore.
We have a friend in town that owns a restaurant, and he makes the best German food I've ever eaten. And at this point, like the only place I want to eat, every place else I eat it, I'm disappointed.
Yeah,
His
I
food
know,
is,
I know. Sauerbraten, Sauerbraten.
yeah. I mean,
Oh,
when I went to Germany in Epcot, it's like the food just doesn't even compare to his restaurant. It's like, I
oh
can't
yeah,
even eat.
yeah,
Yeah, can't even eat it.
yeah. Forget that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Chevy says those pea puffers, they are called pretty little hate machines by some people.
Ah, hate machines, right? Funny.
Oh, Holly says she used to be so funny and sweet. Sit down here, girl, while I fry you some chicken. You're too skinny.
There
That's
you go.
funny.
There
That's
you go.
that's
Right.
cute.
There you go. I love it. Fried
Oh,
chicken. That's
thank you, Aquaticness. That's very sweet.
ah. Oh, I love Maple Street. I love Maple Street.
I do enjoy your streams. You guys, it's a great stream.
You
Love the
bet.
fish. I love those minnows. Um, I don't know the name of them. Is it a? I don't know. That one that looks like marbled. They're so cool that you guys have.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Maple Street has those, because most of the basic
Oh,
fish
yeah, yeah,
are
yeah.
wild caught.
He's got some fabulous fish.
Yeah, I have those minnows
I
and they're so cool.
love
Well, I love the
his
marble
cold
pond
fish
too.
room. Yeah, his cold fish room knocks my socks.
Really cool.
That is absolutely on target.
So Sue Ann is asking how you and I met, how you met Chevy, how did we all meet? How did we all meet? How did you meet Chevy Fish?
Gee whiz. The real question is not how did we meet on YouTube, but what got us together on the telephone. Because I've
Yeah,
never met either of these ladies in person. But
right.
what instigated that first phone call? That's what's really interesting to me.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't. Chevy, how did you and Father Fish make that first phone call?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Now, obviously, we told the story the other day about that. I met you on your live stream. I was in the chat for
Right.
off and on for months, and then Cass invited me and Lori up, and I came up, and and that's how we all met. That's how I met everybody in person, or at least on the stream that day. And and I've just gotten to know Chevy through here, and then obviously see her everywhere. Chevy Fish is
Debbie
everywhere.
doesn't remember.
She is everywhere. Did you ship her plants or anything? Did you ship her plants or anything? Is that how you guys talked, or maybe through an order? Yeah.
I don't know. I've had long talks with
Yeah, I know you said you have. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
lots of they come back to me. I don't remember who instigated.
Well, because it's not. I mean, obviously we see people in these situations, but in most cases, I don't. I don't give out private information to just everybody in the chat. You know what I mean? People don't have your phone number and your email and things like that. So it takes something like an order sometimes, or something that goes on that you get a link. And I don't Facebook, so I realize a lot of people share their information through Facebook and stuff, but I don't do that. So
I talked to probably
Vibrant, go do that math.
yeah. I'm sure I talked to a dozen people.
Yeah.
Who I've met here on YouTube, and regularly, not daily, but regularly. Well, you didn't drink my coffee.
I don't know where to get coffee.
Well, listen. What are you?
How do you like it?
Black. No, I'm remodeling.
Yeah, how do you dare cross the threshold with no coffee?
Really. He said, "What are you doing? Closing up?" So I said, "No, I'm remodeling."
Oh boy.
It's done.
Um,
It's
yeah.
done, guys. It's
So
done.
yeah, so like I said, I mean, I realize a lot of people within these chats do communicate. I think through, I don't know that much about Facebook, but isn't there a way to message through Facebook that's safer? Like you wouldn't want to put out, obviously, your telephone number, or any private information in a regular chat. Um, so
Yeah, usually it'll go to it's really difficult to meet people directly on YouTube
right.
because there's no way to send a message to someone other than to go on one of their videos and make a comment.
Even that can be, again, would
They
you
may
want to?
not, they may not ever see it.
That's true. And the wrong people might see it, I guess. I don't know.
Anybody will see it. Right.
Yeah.
So it's kind of strange.
Yeah.
No, we did not know each other before that. And
No, I just, like I said, I started,
and
often, I
Sean,
found you through Lucas. I found you through Lucas. And I would often come in the mornings. And then, I do most of my fish stuff at night. And I would stay up late at night and do all that. So, I get a few hours sleep every day. So I would come into your show about halfway through, say hi, whatever. And, but not every day. And and then I just started coming in a little more. I mean, I was back in the day. Okay, this is how much things have changed. When I was coming into the chat, I mean, I probably off and on came in for, I'm gonna say, 2 to 3 months. I mean, I think I was pushing 3 months before I got a wrench. You didn't used to just give them out. It used to be like you'd have to be in there a while before you get a wrench. Now it's like you come back twice, you ask the right question, you get a wrench. I mean, I literally went months before I ended up getting a wrench. So it's just funny how things have changed. Bogey, what is your deal?
Herb Diversity is saying that Discord is great. Yeah, Discord is really good for conversation. It's working out really, really well. There are usually a dozen people or so on at a time, and they're all deeply engaged with each other in extensive conversation. Now, I can open that up, and I'm going to do it to be able to do voice conversation. So, like Joey and I are doing here, but that's a great way to meet people and to have deeper conversations. That's still very safe.
Right, you want it always to be safe. Oh, okay. So, Aquatic Nest came in. It's the mud minnow. She said she had to think about it. The mud minnow is what I love. Those things are so cool.
They really are.
Like my favorite are
Yeah,
the
great
mud
fish.
minnows and the calico convicts. Those are the things I've seen.
Yeah.
Not that you don't all have great fish, but those are my two faves.
All right.
Mud minnows.
Thought Joey was my daughter. Well, that's kind of what's happened. I I have this. I have a daughter well, she is not estranged from me. Rarely communicates. So I have these surrogate daughters, like Joey, and numerous others who I communicate with routinely. So it satisfies my fatherly needs.
The father fish.
Right, absolutely. And I feel blessed by it.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
I am very blessed by it. And blessed by the daughterly love I receive in kind. So it's really nice for me.
Yeah.
I hope nice for everybody else.
It is. Holly, I don't know why your chat keeps changing to top chat. She's mad at her chat. She's
That's
mad.
funny.
I've seen her say that twice with that face. She's mad.
Take what you want, Bob.
Oh, Sue Ann said that. I thought she was your daughter.
We're gonna do some trading Aquatic Nest.
I sometimes chastise him, probably more like a daughter. Like, you can't do that. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, she was all over my butt yesterday.
I was mad at him yesterday.
And you know, it was funny because I sat there and I listened to it, and I went back and I checked my comment. And I made the comment to her, Joey, I was as nice as I am capable of being.
I don't want to
And
go too far with this, but yes.
I went back and I checked it, and that it was true. I could not have. It's not in me to have been nicer.
But I
Now,
was still mad at him.
maybe it wasn't nice at all, but that's as good as I get.
But, you know, there are moments, you know.
She
That's
got a-
why this is live and it's interactive, right? It's
she
live
got
and
really
interactive.
quick. And she tries real hard not to get upset. I do too, but she got
That's
upset. You did.
I did. I yelled at you. I yelled at Father
So-
Fish.
I saw it, and I loved it.
I was like, oh, anyway, yeah.
Holly, you're on. We'll get together. Come on up. Come
You
on
can
up.
do
Come on up on the weekend. We'll get you. We'll get to
Molly,
know.
maybe he could find some chicken. Sound like you're gonna need some chicken to go with that visit.
What I need is cooking, right? All right.
Anyway.
We're done.
Yeah.
We're done.
We're not answering questions. We're just
We're just-
hanging out laughing, really.
Real.
I don't think we've answered a question for a while.
Not in a while, right?
Not in a while.
I'll get some webnet is aquatic next. We'll work that out.
And coffee. Holly needs coffee too.
It's going to change. I'm so excited about this move.
That's good.
2 more days.
Yeah. Yeah.
God bless you all. Let me get you know what? See if I can find it. Karuna Koresh did a revision of his earlier work.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, I'm going to play it. Now, here's the thing about it. He did something very interesting. He pulled an old video, my first video, where I talked about how I got fish. And he did that as part of the video, kind of link it in with other stuff. And I suggested that he do that as a standalone video because it's a great story.
Oh, nice.
It's one I think people would enjoy. And it'll work really, really nicely as a standalone video. So I'll play it for you. And you can all kind of judge for yourselves. But this is the latest iteration from Karuna Koresh entitled, is this it? This isn't it. This is it. I think. Yes, Sir Father Fish. Here it is. I started keeping tropical fish about 70 years ago. I'm 79, so I was about 9 years old. And the way I got fish was interesting. My father was a city boy, and he was scared to death of snakes. Now, my father was no wimp. So he opened the box, popped this 2-foot-long snake, about giving him a heart attack. Well, I guess he had managed to get it in the box and out of the house and something. I don't know, because as I recall, I never saw the snake. But a few days later, he came to me and he said, "Son, I have a deal with you. If you never bring another snake in the house, I will give you an aquarium." My heart skipped a beat. That was such an exciting proposition. A greedy me So there it is.
Yeah. And you
Uh,
have the
and-
other one too, Father Fish?
Yeah, let me play the other one.
Okay.
Gotta go back. My mouse got lost. There it is. My mouse gets lost.
Yeah. That'll happen.
Here we go. Here's the original. I'm in love with this. I'd like it to be a little longer. No, I'm just shifting gears. Setting up in my home. I'm doing this a lot. I'm doing on YouTube. Yeah, cars last day. Yeah, I'm over it. I don't want to do it anymore. I couldn't sell it to anybody. Nobody can take Yeah, I'm going to stay here. I'm over making things. I've got a kitchen set up. I'm going to still do my YouTube. And I'll still sell stuff locally. I'm still going to sell locally. I'll set up like a Saturday shop somewhere. One day a week. Whatever. Whatever people want. All right.
All right.
All right. So we're going to, what is this? This is there.
Are you sure it's ended?
It's over. It's over.
Okay.
We're done. Thank you, Karina, so much. Lovely work. I appreciate you. And let's talk. I'd like to do something a bit more formal with you, Karina Koresh. Let's get together and discuss that. That'll be fun. All right, boys and girls, we're going to go away. We will see you at our new fish room tomorrow evening, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Hope you're up wherever you are in the world. Be sure to join us and we'll have fun together. And we're not going to play any more music. We already did that. We'll just watch. We'll just enjoy Joey and her.
Goodbye. Let's just say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. Let's see you tomorrow night.
Yes.